Okay, so we are here at the Linwood Y, and I'm with the Community Relations Officer at University Health, Candace, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the data and then maybe some comments and questions about what's happening in the community. So you guys are taking cooking classes to the community. Tell me a little bit about that and why that's important.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So as a safety net organization that serves the Kansas City metro area, we get a lot of good data from our patients that tell us what their number one diagnosis is. And so if we use that data to create the strategy for our community health strategies department, that's really what guides us and helps us to understand what should we be doing as we're going outside the walls of the hospital and connecting with the people that we serve. And so a healthy cooking class is an opportunity for us to engage people at a level where they can relax a little bit,
Sure.
have a little bit of fun, but also have the opportunity to learn some essential skills that you need in the kitchen so that cooking maybe doesn't feel so overwhelming. Because sometimes that can be a barrier. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. And so maybe I just continue with the same habits that I have, or I don't start at all. And I'll tell you also, Mark, so many times our patients will say, well, I went to the doctor, I had a great appointment. He told me or she told me I need to do a better job of eating healthier. And then they say, take care, I'll see you when you come back next year. And then what do you do with that? Where do you go? Where do you start? And so these healthy cooking classes really are an opportunity to, one, create a safe space for community members to come in and have that hands-on engaging experience. Maybe learn from a chef like Gigi the Vegan, who we partner with, who's so informative, and she's a great educator, and she's dynamic in personality.
She is.
And then expose community members to different types of healthy foods. And so I will tell you, I have a family member that every time he wants to eat healthy, it means eat more salad.
Sure.
And you can get burnout really easily if you're just eating salad. And there are so many different options and varieties. But if you don't have the discretionary income to go out into a grocery store and experiment with the different types of fruits and vegetables that are available, you're not going to do it. You're going to buy what you know your kids like. You're going to buy what you know you like. And you're going to buy those items that are going to help your dollars stretch further.
Right.
But if we can get you into a class and we can introduce you to a purple yam, or we can introduce you to quinoa or cauliflower rice, and we can show you how to prep them really easily and how to get them at an affordable price, then maybe you'll be more likely to integrate some more healthier options into your diet.
That's remarkable. What about what are some what are the side effects of not eating healthy? What maybe talk to us a little bit about the chronic disease that you've seen in some of the surveys that you've done.
Absolutely. And so we know that there is evidence-based research that tells us that the more processed, sugary, fatty foods that we eat, the higher our risk is of being diagnosed with a chronic disease. And we're talking about coronary artery disease, we're talking about hypertension, we're talking about diabetes, we're talking about prediabetes. So sometimes you aren't diagnosed with diabetes, but that prediabetes diagnosis sometimes is just as scary and just as dangerous. But what we also know is that there is evidence-based research that tells us that just by implementing small changes and introducing healthy fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your diet, that you can slowly start to mitigate that risk. And what we teach when we're in community is not to go 100%. We don't ever say, don't have the chips, don't have the hot dog, don't have the turkey sandwich, right? We say, let's help you find the balance. And one of the things that I've started doing with myself and with my daughter is at the end of the day, kind of assessing what we've eaten. What'd you eat today? And then I kind of think about, what did I eat today? Some people say you should write it down and you should put it in a journal, because if you go through a week's worth of your diet that's been written down, you might be surprised at what you actually ate and what you didn't eat that you should have eaten. It just helps to put it in really good perspective. And so sometimes that conversation for myself and my daughter is, did you eat any fruits or vegetables today? Well, yeah. Did you eat anything raw today? Did you eat any raw fruits or vegetables today? The funny thing is that my daughter knows now that I'm going to ask that question. And so now she wants to be able to say, yep, I had an apple. I had pineapple. I ate broccoli, because she knows that that question is going to come. And that's just a fun way that we've been able to kind of hold each other accountable.
What a wonderful way to just put it out there and know that you're going to do that and focus on it and write it down and keep yourself and others accountable. You need an accountability partner
Absolutely.
a lot of times, even if it is your daughter.
Absolutely.
Right?
And she's 15, and so
That's
she's
awesome.
a really strong accountability partner.
So where do we find these cooking classes? How do you find out? How do they are they posted on the web, or just what's the communication, and how do they find out about where to
Yeah,
go?
great question. We're just getting started. It's a slow rollout for us because this is new and we want to make sure that we get it right. We were fortunate enough to partner with the YMCA. It's already set up for us to come in and do exactly what we want to do and what we know the community wants to see us do for the betterment of their health. And so as we continue to get some momentum and practice a little bit more, because I'm telling you, this is a mobile class. We come in with all the pots and the pans and the hot plates and the food, and we create a teaching kitchen environment. And so as we get some momentum and as we get some more classes under our belt, we will definitely start to schedule them and post them on our website and push them out on our social media, so we can make it easy for community members to know where we are and how to join us.